Okay, so yeah, the stream completely dumped out on me. Didn't even realize where it dumped out. I was trying to figure out why this phone won't charge. So this one will not charge. I don't know why. It was charging when I first tried it, and then it's not charging. But the charger box charges another phone, no problem. So with this cable, it says it's connected. Uh, let's try a different port here, just to see for giggles. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this here. Hey Chris, hello. Yeah, it froze and then I didn't even know that I was not streaming. So I looked up and it said chat disconnected. So yeah, so this was charging, now it's not charging, but it's not the charger thing because it charges other things. So let's just unplug that for right now. And we'll wrap this cord back up. We're gonna need it in a minute. So need that in a minute. Let's get out one of these USB-C ones and see what this bad boy can do to a switch. So we're going to see what happens. Hello, Chris. Hello, Micro. So we're going to get one of these. Well, these have like cloth cases around them. Wow. So this is way more cables than I'll ever need. Wow, this has got little wraps on them. That's crazy. So there we go. Let's unplug that. Let's plug this into the QC here. QC one. And let's see if it will charge this Nintendo Switch right here. And it says it's connected and it's charging at 1.6 amps at 5.2 volts. So it's not doing negotiation for higher voltage on the Switch. So, but it will charge, so that's cool. So, I'll put it on the 15 volt charger and let that finish charging. So, that'll be coming up in a video, that switch right there. So, but I can charge my camera from this now. Not my camera, my thermal camera, so it's technically a camera. So, I don't expect a lot of people in the stream this early. You know, what can you do? So, of course, I'm going to wrap my cable back up and put a tie around it because I'm that kind of organized. Because if I don't, it'll just be a rat's nest on my bench like everything else is right now. So, there's a USB-C. So, I'm going to take out a USB-C cable. I'm going to fold this up here like so. Seal that. Probably should put a label on this. Don't touch it. It's my stuff. Because people will be like, oh, my charger died. And the next thing you know, they stole all my chargers. Or put it in the do not touch box. Everybody knows that that box is do not touch. So, okay, so everything seems to still be streaming okay. We'll put those in there. I'll get out one of these micro USB ones. I'll probably just end up keeping the 3-foot ones out here, but I'm not sure. I'm definitely shorter. So I'll definitely keep the 3-foot ones out here, or whatever, 3 meter. Some of these seem longer than 3 meter. Like that iPhone one seems really short. I mean, this iPhone one is really short. but the shortest one of the other ones are way longer, so I'm not sure. So we will put these over here by the Intelligence Multimeter Quick Charge port. So, need a thank you card. All right, so, no chat. Now, let me have some tea here. Pour me some more. Now that it has had time to steep. It's a little darker. This is some kind of black tea blended with some other non-manly stuff. I'm not worried about it. It is very good. Excuse me. All right, so let us move on here. So we got the fiberglass pencils. The Xbox is coming later, so let's see what kind of damage I can do with a phone. So I already took this apart for a video. It's up there for members only, but I'm going to take it apart now and take it all the way apart and hope not to get everything all mixed up. So I'm going to get my iFixit screwdriver set here. There it is. And I'm going to use this little tray here to keep track of everything. So let's zoom in. Let's move the camera there. That a bit. Okay, so that white's wonderful, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. There we go. So let's take this apart here. So we need our Pinteroof. So I'm just going to take this apart here. Put on my gloves because my hands are killing me. Well, 5 viewers for 4:20 a.m. It's not bad. So this is just what I was going to do today. I didn't. I'm going to look at the Xbox later on. Wait for some people on the East Coast time to get up, or wait until see if I can do this here. Zoom in on that. Try that. All right. So. All right. I'll put these down here. Not there. Already mixing my screws up. Okay, so let's get this up here. I gotta get better at opening phones, I will say that. Get a. Hey, Steven. How's it going? Stefan. How you like that pronounced? So, I don't open a lot of phones, so there's probably a better way to do it than what I'm doing it. So. So pull this down a little bit. Kind of kick this to the side there. Pull that on a video recently of that. Let's see what you got there. Let's see what you sent me a week ago. You know, I looked at these screw things. I didn't know that they had them in all the way down to 5S. I thought they just had them in 7, 8, and X. I will definitely look at those on eBay. Thank you for that, Micro. Yeah, I wanted a set of these screw sorter things, and I couldn't find them. And apparently I looked in the wrong spot. Hey, James, how's it going? Okay. I guess that makes sense. So I'm going to take out this little tab here. Put that down in there. And pop that. Okay, so I can put my pentalip screwdriver away. I believe I need a Phillips. So we are going to open this up. My bench already gets cluttered. I'm going to put this screw right there. Yeah, I'll order me a set of those screw mats today as soon as I'm done with this stream. I would order it on stream, but I don't want to bore you all with that. So I am going to pop this battery connector. Now I probably could test this whole thing. Why it's not charging inside this housing, but I need to learn how to get these out better, so I am going to take this all the way out and see if I can manage to get it back together. So I doubt it, but you know, this is why I'm learning. So oh, that's the non-magnetic screw. You know, I think, you know, looks like most of the phone is keeping the screws organized. I mean, you know, you watch people fix phones and they just kind of rip the screws out and throw them to the side. But, you know, oh, man, I got to be organized. I can't just do that. So, probably using the wrong size tweezers for this, but this is what I'm using. So, that one, that one, that one. So there's the screen assembly off, so, and the home connector. So, this does work. This phone does work, by the way. So, I just don't know why it's not charging. Let's take out the SIM tray. I forgot to do that last time. All right, so interesting inside. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the inside of an iPhone 5S. This is the most I've seen on an iPhone 5S. So this is a 5S. Not sure. All right, let's take out this screw right here. Put it down here. And then this one right. Okay, so I gotta move this stuff up. All right, so this one will go right there. All right, let me take out the standoff here. So you know what? I'm not going to do this right now. I am going to put this back together, and I'm going to wait for one of them screw organizers because I'm already getting freaked out that the screws are mixed up. So I don't like the method that I was using, so I am going to get me a screw organizer. So I got to wait for some other tools to come in too before I mess with these phones in any more great detail. But yeah, this is bugging me not to have a screw organizer. So I'm already forgetting where the screws go and why I put them in certain spots on this board here. So I'm not going to hook up the screen. I'm just going to close the unit up, and then I will take, I will work on this when I get a better way to organize the screws. So, because I have mats for the 6 up all the way to the 12. I ordered a set of mats, magnetic mats for that, but this is freaking me out. So, I mean, I'm going to practice long screw damage, but I'm not ready to practice it right now. So, wow. For rotary phones. Yeah, I like rotary phone too. I remember those from when I was a kid. I used to play with those phones. They were a toy. Calling all kinds of people just to talk to them. So, let's see what else we got here. You make life a lot easier. Yeah, I'm a creature of habit. If something works and I don't have any issues with it, I don't want to learn a new thing. So, and that goes for like all things with electronics, tools, things like that. Like, it took me a while to get used to singlet gear, after having Keysight at work. But, I got through it, and then now I stick with singlet now. I don't like to mess with anything else. So, um, I've I used Blackberries up until the iPhone 3. And then I got an iPhone 3 because of I don't even know why I got an iPhone 3, but I ended up with an iPhone 3. So, and ever since then I just kept getting iPhones. Um, never had anything, never broke a screen. Um, none of that stuff. So, they've always treated me good. I never had any issues. I had a 3, and then I had or it was a 3G, I believe. And then I had a 6 Plus, and now I guess it's an XR. I don't know. I would have kept my 6 Plus longer, but the battery went in it. Um, I got it on the day they came out, and my battery died July of last year. So putting those screws in there to keep them from getting lost. So let's put this back, and then let's get these screwdrivers put up. All right, I'm gonna zoom back out here. Yeah, they both. Yeah, I never had an issue with my Blackberries either. I had about 3 different Blackberries, so I had an issue with those. I always, um, my wife always had her phone in an OtterBox. My daughter broke phones, but you know that that was because she was careless and she would sit on them and do damage to them, and then eventually we stopped buying her phones because it was costing a fortune. So, if you mistreat the phone, then it's going to break on you, and then it seems like a crappy phone. But you know, like I said, I would still use my 6 Plus if the battery didn't go, and I got a battery for it because I'm gonna give it to my son, but I didn't feel like dealing with having to put a battery in it, so I went to my carrier, and you know, they gave me a XR, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care. It works. It makes calls. It receives calls. And apparently you can take pictures with it, but I don't use it for photos. So it's also like Hakko. I've always used Hakko forever. Like if I started using Weller, I would probably use Weller stuff today. But I've always used Hakko stuff. I know how they feel in my hand. I know, you know, how they heat up and transfer heat. And I had tips, and I can get tips easy, and it's accessibility. But if Weller was accessible, I would have Weller stuff. You know, I do have a quick hot air station, not a fan, but I don't think I would be a fan of any hot air station. Um, Maybe a JVC, but I'm not paying that kind of money. The quick works. It heats up. It does the job. I just don't like how it feels in my hand. I like a smaller hot air. Like the one part, I like it smaller. We had these ones at work that were like, it was almost like holding a slightly larger soldering iron. So they were really nice. I think they were JVC. I'm not sure, but they were. It was like holding a large permanent marker. So how programs the iPhone? Oh, thanks. Um, just like Samsung. Yeah, I don't. I'm not into the whole war of phones. You know, if it works, it works. And then once they burn me, then I'll go with something else. But to have to learn something else is what would bug me. I'm not into learning new stuff. You know, I'm about to purchase Flexboard View for the computer, and I am like stress headaches and shaking over it, and just having to set it up. I believe I have everything I need to do phones and stuff, but it's just installing a new software and getting used to a new software. I have nightmares about switching softwares and using new softwares. So let's find out what is going on here. I don't know why my cable is all messed up there. That's strange. All my wires on my microscope are all over the place. I'm normally not this fussed about it, but they were all tangled up. Okay. I'll let you watch me organize. You see this software? JC software is 99 pence at the moment. Yeah, I know. I like the Flexboard View. Like I've been studying it, and it seems kind of where you can open the PDF, and the plus it does things. It does like MacBooks and other things that all you have to do is get the files for it. But I'll look at the JC software. The Blackview 9800 Pro. Yeah, I don't know. Is that like a hot air station, soldering station? Yeah, I'll look into that micros repairs. I will definitely look into that. So this stream has been going 28 minutes. The last one went. Oh, hey Jay, I didn't see you in there. ZA. I don't know if I said hello to you guys. 9 viewers. Sweet. Is it chilly in Florida? No, it's not chilly at all. It's probably no, it's the middle of the night, so it's probably like 60, 65, 68 maybe. I don't know. What's a good starter hot air station? The quicker the Atom. Let's take a look at what I use. Let's throw in some tools here. So let's start with my test gear because I have a slide for it. So we pop up my test gear. This is the singlet test equipment. The main one that I use for electronics is the power supply. That is the SPD 3303XE. If I had it to do over again, I would buy the SPD 3303X without the E. The E has 10 milliamps resolution, where the X has 1 milliamp resolution. It is significantly more, but I wish I would have went with that model. Then, and the next most common thing I use is the SDM 3045X. That's my digital multimeters. I have 2 of those stacked on top of each other. And then I use the arbitrary waveform generator, the SDG 1032X. I have an SDL 1020XE electronic load. I use that for testing batteries, and mostly sitting in the corner of my bench, not used. And then I have an oscilloscope, that I recommend that scope. That is a very nice 4-channel scope that can have a logic analyzer plugged into it. So, that is top-notch stuff. So, oh, it's a phone with a built-in thermal camera. Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm gonna look at that Blackview. You're in Venice, Stefan? I don't know how you pronounce your name. I am horrible with names. So if anybody gets their name butchered, I deeply and sincerely apologize for that. You could tell me it, and 20 minutes later, I'm gonna forget what it is again. So that's just how my brain works. It is severely damaged, and I do the best that I can do. So let's hopefully this webcam works. Webcam. Oh, it's not even the right size. Seriously. All right, hold on. Let me make that bigger. Okay, so this is my soldering equipment. So I have the FM203 that has a micro pencil and a pair of Hakko hot tweezers. And then I have my old XF951 that has my, and it's not going to focus on. Here we go. Let's shift this one here. So this is my FM 2027 handle. And then this is the FM 2032 micro pencil. I use the larger iron, the 2027 for like ground pins and things like that. Anything where I need a large surface area. And then Steve, okay, well we're going Steve, yeah, that's much easier than getting it wrong on whenever I was staying before. They said I'm horrible with names. And then I have friends that their name is spelled a certain way and then they pronounce it differently. Oh God, let me tell you, it's just like I have people and I see their name and I say their name and they're like, it's pronounced this way. I'm like, oh my God, it's not spelled that way though. So I don't know. I have uppity friends, I guess. I don't know. More or less my wife's friends, but so that's my hot air, or my soldering equipment. Then for hot air, tucked in the corner, I have a quick 861 DW. It does do the job. Handle's a little big, but what can you do about that? And then over here on my fancy little stand is my Andon Star 407. Ah. Oh, wow, that's cool. See, I'm going to remember that now. Now I want to remember that. I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't. I want to, I know someone that wants to be called Stefan, and I want to see how he spells his name. I'm going to look that up later. But this is attached to a mount that you can put a keyboard and a monitor on for like a laptop, and that is bolted to the table here, clamped to the table more or less, and then one of the arms that the monitor connects to, I folded it down and I clamped my base of my microscope to it, so now I can swing it in front of my work. Jeff and John needs one spelling. I can see that. So there you go. So that is my scope. I basically just turned this part around right here and bolted it upside down. And I can see that my camera is out of sync with my voice. Fantastic. So over here is my new Fume Extractor. This is the new Fume Extractor. It's got, it goes up. Yeah, you can't hear it, but it is way powerful than my old Fume Extractor, which is the same brand. And see, like I said, this Fume Extractor never failed. It never did me wrong. I just had board heating and cooling issues because of the air being drawn across it. So when it was time to buy a different style Fume Extractor, you know, I got the same brand because they've always done a good job. Plus, I have a bunch of those filters, and it's the same filter. So, you know, this one's nice. I can, you know, get it positioned above my work. You know, wherever the scope goes, I can put it there. And then it's got the variable speed on it, so I can turn it up or down depending on, you know, what I'm soldering and how high I want it. So that is that. That is like the big tools that I need this camera for. The rest I can show you what I have over here. So we're just gonna put that there. So let's talk about the screwdriver. So I got these iFixit dedicated drivers. A viewer sent me these, and then I bought this made in Germany tri-wing where everything else is made in Taiwan. Weird. I was surprised on the quality of the handles being all flexible and I don't know, I'm going to say cheap feeling, but they're actually pretty good drivers. They work. Is that the 2UUL Fume Extractor? It's a Kato, Kotto. It works. So, yeah, these iFixit drivers, they actually do the job. They're actually pretty nice, lifetime warranty. So, you know, if they crap out, and I'll get new ones. Let me just touch on my let me check this switch real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it's still charging 91%. So I just took out the Wi-Fi antenna. Sweet. So for multimeter probes, I like these interchangeable probes. I'll show you what I mean here when I untangle the mess. See, I'm telling you, I'm just having a day. So these are my probes, and they come off there. Here's why I like these, because I have these with the sharp points on them that I'm actually going to bend over as hooks soon, because I have tons of them. And then I have this menagerie of cords. So I use these for voltage injection. I can put my adapters on there and plug them into my power supply. And then I have these little alligator clip ones that I can plug into the end of the leads. I have different heads here. I have alligator clips or crocodile clips, you know, tons of different stuff I can plug into these and go from there. So yeah, so that's why I use those type of leads. Like I said, I plan on bending these pointed ones in an arc because I pushed down on them and then they bend on their own. But I think if I put a nice sweeping curve in them, I can test more accurately and better. So that is my test leads. So let's go ahead and hang those up right there. All right. Excuse me. We saw the fiberglass pencils, so let's look at what I have over here on my side table. So this is my kid's cup. It's got my kid's face on it. And I keep 2 rulers, 2 different scalpel blades, one for opening boxes and one for doing jumper repair. But I actually have a new blade. It's not a new blade. It's an old blade that I'm going to start using for jumper wire. I'm using these at the moment, these Hakko tweezers. I got bent, I got straight, I got teeny tiny. These are super tiny, but they don't open that wide, so you really can't pick up a wide range of chips. Yeah, I have a set of Waya. I'm going to pronounce that name wrong too. Look at me go today. Stop giving me names I can't pronounce. Yeah, I have a multi-bit set from them. Wera, I was gonna get Wera, And I told the tool truck guy they have a set with 25 drivers in it. I told the tool truck guy, man, pull me one of those and then I'll get it when you come to the shop. And he was like, okay, it'll be like 3 weeks. I'm like, all right, just let me know ahead of time. And then someone sent me the iFixit drivers and I called them up. I said, oh, don't order that for me now. He's like, oh, man, I'm glad you told me. So that is that. And then I have some iron tips in here, you know, smudger thing, some tweezers that open up further. So, you know, you can see all my stuff is in a way that I can take care of it. So these are my two favorite tweezers. These are forged tweezers. These are Tamiya craft tools. They're for scale modeling. But these are my favorite tweezers. They're really heavy duty and they are forged tips. So they are a little bit more heat resistant and a little bit more durable. And they don't distort. They'll do 0201s, but anything smaller than that, you're going to need a different tweezer. But they're my go-to tweezers. I actually was like, I'm going to stop using them because I don't want to damage them. And then I never, I can't get away from them. They're too fantastic. This is the one I want. So in this little bucket of photo etch tools, I have some more scalpel blades, but I have this bad boy. This is for cutting out photo etch, and it is tiny. So I'm going to be using this micro scalpel from Micromark, made in Pakistan, for my trace repair. So, you know, I was meaning to use that for a while for trace repair, but you know, I never got around to it. So, and then I have this little thing for glue application. That's fantastic for that. I have some other tweezers in here. Trash. It's even more trash. That's bending tweezers. Good for bending or flattening wire. Here's a piece of photo etch. This is what I used to build when I did scale models. So it's tiny like a component, so it should be good to go. Oh my God, he has woken up. Welcome, Phil. How's it going? I saw that you streamed super late. I passed out. So, yeah, here's a bag of teeny tiny photo etch that I used to glue together. So, you just have to glue that together. I have some of these 15 blade scalpels that are retractable. So, I have an array of tools in here, but mainly this this blade I wanted out of this box here. So. I'm going to put this back where I found it. But, yeah, this blade is perfect for trace repair. It's also very good for photo etch too. So, yeah, if you were when I woke up at 3 something, it said you ended your stream 3 hours ago. And I was like, yeah, I passed out. There was no way I was up for that. So let's put that in there. Hey, I got this teeny tiny fiberglass pencil. It's super small. I'm going to try that. See how it works. You know, could be worth a go. Who knows? So that is that. And then I have over here my dirty tub that says, "You got this." It's a makeup holder thing. And I have my Chip Quick Flux solder mask, Chip Quick Flux, some garbage that a certain YouTube channel sold me that I'm not going to mention, and some Kingbo Flux that I repurposed into there. I got some cool plungers coming for these for solder. It's for flux and stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting those and using those. Oh. Yeah, I only use, when I buy scalpels, I only use Swan Morton scalpels. I have tons of different sizes of those. Hold on. You were talking about, let's speak lockable tweezers. You know what? I'm not seeing them up there. Huh. I could have sworn I had a pair up there. No, but I do have this. I needed. Check these tweezers. What are these? Oh, they're vile. I don't like vile tweezers. They're actually pretty horrible. No, but I found my applicator for my solder mask applicator. Locking tweezers. Where would I keep locking tweezers at? That drawer. And then in this drawer. I have locking tweezers exactly like the ones that you used, but I don't know where they are. No, I can't seem to find them, so I'm not gonna hunt around for them. But needs to go in there. So, and then I have solder wick. I use the Kim wick. I think it's a good wick. I can't find good wick or goot wick, whatever you want to call it. I can find it on eBay, but it takes forever to get it. I can get this stuff next day. I just drive up to work and grab it. So, sending some of that to Phil. So, that is that. And then I have canned air, contact cleaner, alcohol, flux remover, all that good stuff. And I have, for clamping fixtures, I have this Q-on-Lee eye pinch. I got this mainly to reball RAM chips and stuff, but I think it's going to come in handy for phone repair. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dreams. Hello, by the way. Ray, how's it going? Well, the stream's picking up 12 people, so. Oh, that is sad, Dreams. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is awful. It's a rough time out there for people, so. So I have the eye pinch here, and then I have my stick vise with the high temperature jaws. And then I have my Hakko Omni vise. So that's my three main fixtures there. So they all have a spot. They all have a home. Everything has a home, supposedly. Everything's supposed to have a home, but it never works out that way. I did steal an idea from Phil, and I put my jumper wire on one of these solder reels that hold solder. So I definitely stole something from Phil, even though he steals from me all the time. So I took that idea from Phil. It just sits over there in my new space that was supposed to be for something else that I haven't got around to it yet. So that's why I haven't done a proper bench tour yet. So, and then, behind there, I got my soldering iron tips. I got solder. That's behind this keyboard rack here, where I keep my computer keyboard. And then I have my camera here. Came from Phil. Yeah, no, definitely not Jason from STS. No, I wish he would post a new video. I thought he was going to do something for 100K. Yeah. If you're coming here for STS, you're definitely going to be disappointed. Yeah, that is true, Dream. Stuff does happen. You know, my psychiatrist, um, I have an interesting psychiatrist, and I'm going to get deeply personal here. Um, I suffered brain damage in an accident, and I got put with a psychiatrist that treats severely, severely mentally ill people, like people who've been institutionalized and all that stuff. And that part of my brain damaged, it causes chemical imbalances and things like that. So she tells me, like, I go through stuff and I deal with stress in an odd way. I get really bad headaches and I get the shakes and I don't handle stress really well. And then she always telling me you're good. You don't have to worry about that. It could be worse because I would freak out and be afraid to tell her anything that I was experiencing, thinking that she would, put me away in an institution. And I don't want. I just technically want to be left alone. I don't want to be bothered. I hate going to doctors. I hate taking medication. I hate any aspect that focuses on anything other than what I use to take my mind off of things. So I get stressed going into the doctor every month or every 3 months, whatever that doctor does. And I'm always afraid to say anything. And then she gets irritated when I'm not saying things because she was the one who encouraged me to do a YouTube channel to get out there and talk, get my feelings out there, and talk to people who share like interest. So she watches my stuff occasionally. So I'm not going to reveal any more information because she'll probably yell at me in my next appointment. But anyways, she watches my stuff and she's like, okay, so you were talking about this, but when you came in, you never talked about that. So yeah. So anyways, I learned to, um, well, I haven't learned. I'm still stressed out about it, but I learned that it's okay to say things because it's better to say something than not say anything, and then they find out a different way and they think you kept it from them. I don't know where that was going. I'm sorry. That that droned on and got lost in translation. Yeah, that's the thing. Listening to people, it's you message me, I'll listen to you, I'll hear your story. I mean, if you need, I don't mind talking to people. Everybody has issues, though. I mean, issues aren't unique to anybody. Everybody deals with things in their own way. Some people handle some things better and some people handle other things better. So, I think my wife, for example, she can't remember a technical term to save her life, but she knows the words to every 80 song, every 90 song. She knows all the words to the top hits. She can name the singer, the year it came out, all that stuff. Um, she can remember all that, but she can't remember a part number or that I even work on Nintendo Switches. So she thinks everything. Like I fixed an Xbox and she's like, "Is that like a big switch?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." So, but she has her own talents for the way her brain works. So she stores that kind of information. I store technical information to an extent of what I can store. I don't store information like I used to. That's for sure. So I'm trying to think here. What time is it? It's 5. Well, I have an Xbox One X to look at. I'm gonna have to look at it on Saturday, but I will open it up. Oh, Phil, did you ever talk about those chips you ordered and you said they were the wrong one? Did they send you the wrong one, or were they actually the wrong chip? Um, like you misunderstood what the chip was or something. So yeah, because I remember you said at the beginning of the stream that the chip was not the right chip, but I've seen those chips listed online for the Xbox One S. So I would like to know what's wrong with them. So if you talked about it, 4 hours into that stream, there was no way I was going to survive staying up for that. So let's see what we got here. So I'm going to open this off camera here because I don't want to show anybody's name and address. So the viewer sent this in. Told him I'd tell him I'd open it. I was hoping to make it to 6. I woke up early again. It's so irritating. Wish I could just sleep. Okay, it's in pieces. He said it might be in pieces, so yeah, that'll save me some work. Okay, so we have a bottom. We have a bag of screws. We have another bag of screws. We have some potentiometers for a controller. We have a shell with some peanuts. We have a cooling system. We have a disk drive. Wow, this is like opening a parts box. We have a power rail system, power supply. I couldn't get that word out. Okay, so I have a heat sink, and I'm hoping the X clamp is in here, because if it's not, I don't know how I'm going to test it. So that's right. He said it had an SSD in it, so that's interesting. And he said he set up the SSD, so we're going to hope that that is correct. Then we have here a front panel and a Wi-Fi board. We have a bottom chassis. I still have yet to see the X clamp. Oh, someone please tell me what that goo is. I'm excited about that. Oh, boom, found the X clamp. We're in good luck. We found it. Stream over. Found the X clamp. Okay, so that looks like everything. So, all right, let's get this box out of here because it's going to get shipped back in that box. Okay, so this is what we have here. We have a pile of stuff. Let me get it. Yeah. Okay. No, they are actually the wrong chip. Wow, man, my chat's flowing like crazy. Here. Okay, where does he talk about? Yeah, the blue screen, you have to fix some traces on the thing. Hey RB, how's it going? Yeah, switch CP with hot air. I did that on a stream. Yeah, I ordered a stencil for my reballing. So underneath that's the south bridge. That clue is the thermal pad. Ew. So I take it, so that's an epic fail on the chip then. So I'm hoping this doesn't need that chip. Okay, so he said it was partially disassembled. So I guess that's partially disassembled. So let me check what he said about this. I think he said it was beep on, beep off after he replaced the retimer. Let's not look at what he said. Let's look at that retimer. Okay, so let's get some of this out of here so I can look at this retimer in relative clean space. So, all right, here we go. Why is the back panel off? So, I'm going to go with this might have been a prior repair attempt. Okay, I'm glad I got that space now because it's being used to store taking a tore down console. All right, let's take a look here. All right. So, where's the retimer? Oh, the retimer is missing. The retimer is not even on this. Oh, wait. What? Wait a minute. Hey, Bill, is something supposed to be here? Wait, let me turn that off. Is something supposed to be here? Or is that no stuff? Definitely looks like a stuff. I don't know. That's weird. But there's the retimer. We're going to look at it under the scope here in a second. Yeah, more than partially. Okay, so let's, I guess that, I mean, it looks like nothing's around it, so just want to make sure nothing got wrecked on it. Okay. So let me get this chip focused here, the scope focused, and then we will take a look at this retimer. So he said he changed the retimer, and let's take a look at what we have here. Boom, there it is. So now, I'm working on words here, so that is a lot of missing solder mask. That is a lot of missing solder mask. We'll let that sink in. A little crispy. Yeah. A little bit. He said he already used a little too much heat. Let's see if I can see what these joints look like. I know I can see what the joints look like. Let me just adjust my scope here so I can see these joints. So I'm gonna have to come down here. So it's off a little bit there. I mean, I've done worse on an M92. I'm just worried about how hot it looks. It doesn't look like leaded solder. It looks like lead-free solder. I mean, I'm just saying, it looks like lead-free solder. So I'm not sure. Ports look good. Let's take a look at the pins of the HDMI port here. So that's the one I want, right? All right, is that the right one? Yep, that's the right one. So the port doesn't look bad. I don't know if he changed the port. Oh, that one's good. So I don't know if that one's the input or the output. Let's check this one. It doesn't look too healthy corrosion-wise. But all those seem to be down there. That looks nasty, though. So, I don't know. Well, what does the bottom look like? What does the bottom look like? Well, the bottom doesn't look like it's too incredibly hot. So, all right. Okay. 2 a.m. Yeah, it was late when he was streaming. Yeah, get the American viewers still. Yeah. Let's go over there. So, yeah, I'm gonna pull this. Yeah, the board looks pretty burnt, and there's a lot of solder mask removed. So, I have retimer chips coming. They'll be here in a couple days. So, I just wanted to open this, take a look at it, and see what it looked like. So, I'm not reusing that chip. Could, but yeah, a lot of heat on that board. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Some flux remover. Okay, that's interesting. Let's come back under this board. And where's it at? And this is from somewhere that was definitely not soldered down. What? All right, so where do we think this is from? Let's see here. Let's go to the scope. So this I found when I was cleaning the board, that little capacitor right there. But where did that little capacitor come from? Did it even come from this area? I do not know. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought. Okay, wait a minute. Is it missing the ESD chip? That's the ESD chip, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that is definitely the ESD chip. And that cap definitely came from there, I bet. So, did he send the ESD chip in one of these baggies? I told him that Phil was going to be trying to yeah, it's missing, so I can't do that. I can't do anything with this. So, and I don't see it in any of these bags. This is why I open things on stream. So, Yeah, it's not in any of these bags. So, and then I would have to reball it. So, yeah, he told me he replaced the retimer, and apparently the ESD chip is missing that I can't get a copy of. So, all right, Chris, take care. Nick, how's it going? C14. Yeah, that's where that cap went, definitely. Um, need a good laugh in the morning. Hey, Crazy, how's it going? Um, yeah, so that's where I'm at on the ESD chips missing. So yeah, Steve, that is the cap that was there. Um, I didn't expect it to be missing that. That's a donor for Jason. Send it back. It's going back. I'm gonna email him later. He's in East Coast time, so he's not up yet. But yeah, I did not expect that. I expected to rework the retimer area and possibly put a new chip on it, but not do the ESD chip. That's not even included. So yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. So I will tack that capacitor back down though. I will put that capacitor down. Okay, so um, where's my flux at? Trying to avoid hot air. I really am. Bored of seeing enough hot air. All right, that capacitor soldered better than half everything on that area. So okay, first of all, this is not. I didn't buy this. This is not bought. This is for me to fix. So I'm not out anything. So I'm gonna send him a message and let him know that um, I have to send it back because it's missing the ESD chip. So um, I'm not out anything on this console at all. So I just out the little bit of time that I looked at it. Um, yeah, the Xbox is from a viewer. He asked me to take a look at it. He said he reinstalled a new retimer chip, and then it went beep on, beep off, I believe. So I told him I would take a look at it, and he sent it down, and that is what. Woo, 100%. Check it out. It's a working switch. Woo woo. Video to follow. Stay tuned. At least something got fixed on this week. Well, the week's still young, but yeah. So that is that situation with that. So that was going to be the bulk of my stream. To be honest with you. I took a phone apart earlier. I'm not gonna work on it. Um, unless I can buy that chip, there's no point to work on it. Uh, yeah, on the upsides entertainment. That's why, I agreed. I normally would never, if someone sends me something to fix, I wouldn't agree to do a video or stream it. But I did in this case, and I'm glad I did because I don't want to be accused of taking that off. So it's on video, and I was about to put it up, and then I noticed that that chip was missing. So yeah, yeah, that's right. We all love to see you suffer. I'm gonna have to rewatch that stream with that PS4. I thought that was just a simple trace repair, but I guess it got more in depth on that. So yeah, that is something. So I want to put it back together so I can ship it in a smaller box and have less shipping for them. So that is that. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. I got nothing else. That was the rest of the stream was looking at that, and that ended abruptly. So, thank you guys for watching. 17 viewers. That's pretty good. We're getting better. I started early again. I started at like 4:30 because I don't sleep. Yeah, you're a decent person, Phil. You always, but I like to film everything I do. So you know, unless I get completely swamped and I can't handle it, I'm gonna film everything. So because that's just the way I do things. I like it for security purposes. Like here's a perfect example, and then I'm gonna go. Switch number 1006. Um, came in, needed a new port in M92. I changed the port, put M92 on there, tested it. My son tested it, and it worked. I put it up for sale. It was an unpatched version. It sold, and then 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after it was delivered, because it took a week to get delivered. 2 weeks after it delivered, I get a message saying he wants to return it, that it's defective, and it keeps crashing. So I'm like, what? And I'm like freaking out because eBay already took the money to refund him, but it hadn't been refunded yet. So I was like, fine, send it back, and I will, give your money back after I look at it, make sure nothing was done to it. So I sent that, and then I'm waiting, and there's no shipping confirmation or anything like that. And then I get another message from him saying, why do I have to send it back? Just give me my money back. It's broken. Why do you want it back? So I said, fine, we'll let eBay resolve this. And I got a message from eBay saying that this has been resolved. Um, the case is closed. We gave you your money back, and no further action is required, and it won't affect my seller performance. So, and they removed the negative feedback. So I don't know if he was trying to scam people, trying to get his money back and keep the unit. He tried to mod it, and it failed, and he wanted his money back without me finding out. So, but I linked the videos of it working and me fixing it in the request when I asked for eBay to step in. And last night they ruled in my favor, which I heard they never rule in the seller's favor. So, that was a nice surprise. So, because I had a negative balance on there for about 5 or 6 days until I was able to resolve the negative balance. And now that I resolved the negative balance, I got my money back in the first place. So now I'm able to get the Paul Daniels Flex Board View software next week. And I ordered some stuff from more stuff from AliExpress. So, and then I'm going to order some of those board screw thingies, bobbers. So, yeah, I know it's very rare. I was freaking out. I was ready to get this thing back, open it up on stream, just go through it with a fine-tooth comb and find out what was going on. And, I was asking Phil and Micromage Repair, what would cause it to randomly crash games? And, everybody's thing was like a NAND. So I bought NAND stencils. But it seems that I don't have to deal with it, I doubt he's going to send it back now, but it was just odd the way he was acting, wanting a refund, but without wanting to even acknowledge that I wanted it back. So it was just odd. I was like, in the message I sent to email, I was like, I don't have a problem issuing him a refund, but it's it's a repair. I repaired it. I got videos on me repairing it, and I linked them. And I was like, I will get the unit back. I will make sure no mods were done to it. It wasn't opened or anything like that to mess with. And then, if it all good, then I will give him a refund. And eBay said, that's fine. We'll issue him the shipping thing to ship it back. And that's when he got all pissed off, leaving me negative feedback, sending me 3 or 4 messages, just demanding his money back and not sending the unit back at all. And then eBay stepped in yesterday. I was actually taking a nap when the email came through, and then I woke up and then Phil streamed. So that was my day yesterday. So, but yeah, that worked out. So, because it did put a sour taste in my mouth after that, but I'm glad it worked out for the best. So, thank you guys for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day.